Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, The Inquisitive. Now today I will be discussing about the topic organizational politics, and this topic is actually very important for the HR specialization students of MBA final year. And this course I am going through the course or syllabus of the Uttaranchal Technical University, right? So if you are a student from, this is organizational politics, okay, in which the organizations actually acquire and develop and use some kind of tactics, power tactics, okay, and political strategies to get the work done by the employees, right? So this is the criteria. Now switching on, so obviously let us talk about power and politics in an organization. So talking about the type of organizational politics, there are 4 or 5 types of instances or types of organizational politics which can be recognized in any organization. So first is creating obligations. Okay, what happens in this is that a person, or let's say a boss, keeps on favoring any particular employee, okay, and keep giving him undue favors, and then at some point of time he will ask him that, okay, this is the task and you have to do it for me, this is the work. So obviously it creates obligations for the employee to do that task, even if he is not willing, or even if the task is not, the credit is not going to be given to the employee, okay. So this is creating obligations. So it's a kind of organizational politics. Then talking about managing impressions, okay. So managing impressions is when we start impressing the people, okay, just show them or give them impressions that we are working nicely and wonderfully when they are present, when the leaders are present in front of us. But in reality it is not like that, fine. So this is also kind of politics which is played by some employees. Then attacking and blaming, when any person, any employee in the organization, let it be the boss, let it be the employee, he attacks or blames the other people for his faults. So that is attacking and blaming. Then controlling information, it is when sometimes, you know what happens, the boss, he does not conceal all the information to all his employees. He just keeps that information to only 1 or 2 of the team of his employees. He keeps it to only 1 or 2 employees of his team who are very close to him, okay. So this is also a kind of politics. Then forming coalitions, people form groups, okay, and they start planning, start plotting some destructive things. And cultivating networks, obviously people are into cultivating more and more networks, okay, to do something political, okay, to do something which is not fair, okay. So these are the types of organizational politics. Now coming on to the source of basis of power. So there are 2 main sources of individual power: position power and personal power. Position power is based on one's formal position in an organization, while the personal power is derived from a person's individual qualities or characteristics, okay. So talking about them one by one. In position, is first one is legitimate power, the power that I can exercise on my employees as a general manager of the company. Then reward power is that kind of power in which I can give the employees a temptation that if you do this work, you will be rewarded. So obviously they start working. Then coercive power is that kind of power in which I force the employees that if you don't do the task, if you don't perform the task by the end of the day today, you will be punished. That is coercive power. And information power is obviously when I inform the employees that the upper management has asked you and has named you for this particular work, so you need to do it, you need to complete this work. Now coming on to the personal power. Personal power is a very interesting thing because it can be created. It is when we create our own values, okay, personally. So first is rational persuasion. When as a boss I will persuade somebody, I will convince somebody that please do it, I know you can do it. I inspire, okay, the person to get the work done from him. So obviously he will be motivated and he will do that work. Then referent power is the power which is with the celebrities like Amitabh Bachchan, okay. So or you can say our Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, okay. So they are like the celebrities, they have the power that people want to connect to them automatically, okay, without anybody telling them. Fine, people want to be with them, people want to identify themselves with Amitabh Bachchan as a celebrity, or people actually imitate these celebrities, okay, since they have created a referent power or value for them. Then expert power is when a power that is created due to your specialized skills or knowledge. And lastly, the charismatic power is about when you attract the employees, okay. Employees are attracted due to some capabilities, some abilities in you as a boss, and they start working. So talking about the power tactics, there are simply 3-4 tactics of power which can be used in organization. First is pressure. It is when we build up pressure on the employee that you do this, okay. We build up pressure by using demand, using threats, okay. We convince the employee to comply with a request, to support a proposal, okay. And we like for example, if we say if you don't do this, you are fired, you have time up to 5 o'clock, you have to do it. So this is building up pressure. Then second technique is upward appeals. This is like when I tell my employee that the task has been ordered by the higher management and they need your support for completing this task. So this is a upward appeal. Then coming on to inspirational appeal. So inspirational appeals are when the person makes an emotional request or proposal that arouses enthusiasm by appealing to your values and ideals, or by increasing your confidence. You become confident when I inspire you that you can do it, I know you can do it, so that's why I'm giving this work to you. So by using the statement, the other person at the other side, he becomes confident that yes, I can do it, so he starts working. Then the last one is the consultation. When any person or any boss, he talks to the employee in a mode of participation, like that I need your suggestions for this, what should we do for solving this particular problem, what steps we can take. And as and when the employee gets motivated and he starts giving hints to the boss will say, okay, then you initiate, you only do this work. Fine. Now coming on to what are coalitions. Coalitions is actually a formal arrangement between groups or sectors of community in which each group retains its identity, okay, but all agree to work together towards a common goal. So this is coalition. Then talking about the employees' responses. How does the employees respond to organizational politics? Obviously, it decreases job satisfaction when a lot of political games are being played in the organization. it increases the anxiety and stress among the employees. Okay, it increases the turnover, obviously. Then the fourth one is it reduces performance. Since the job satisfaction is also on the lower side, so performance also decreases. Now coming on to impressing management. What is impressing management? Basically impressing your boss is all about impressing yourself. Okay, coming across as a team player. So how you can impress your bosses? By influencing another person's interpretation of a person, place or thing, by controlling the information they receive. So there are many techniques of impression management. The first one is behavioral matching. Okay, in this, a subordinate tries to imitate her boss's behavior by being modest and soft spoken. Whatever the boss is doing, I will also do the same kind of behavior, show the same kind of behavior in front of boss to impress him. Second is self promotion. I will as a worker, I will remind the boss about my past accomplishments, okay, my contacts with people, okay, and my educational achievements, all this. So in this way I can impress. Then the third technique is conforming to situational norms. Okay, suppose a worker stays late every night, even if she has completed all of her assignments, because staying late is one of the norms of her organization. So by this behavior, the management gets impressed that wow, this person is always conforming with the norms, situational norms. Okay, appreciating or flattering other, it is actually when it works best when it involves a dimension important to the perceiver. Means a co-worker compliments a manager on his excellent handling of troublesome employee. Wow, boss, you have done a great job. Okay, he flatters boss. Okay, so this is, through this he can impress. Then being consistent, when any subordinate is consistent in his work, so this is also a kind of impression building technique. Fine. So that is it for today. Hope you like this session, and kindly subscribe if you like, and for your doubts you can text me, or you can comment, put your comments on my channel. Okay, I'll be right back with some more topics. Thank you, bye bye, happy watching and happy studying.